This webinar will provide detailed instructional guidance for completing the cost-effectiveness worksheet required as a component of an application to the Resilient Communities program. To complete a successful project application, a minimum amount of technical information is required for reviewers to evaluate high-level project cost-effectiveness. The details provided within this worksheet should reflect the best available information and may require consultation with project engineers or other specialists. Estimations based on the best available data are allowable. Evaluators will use a standard method for assessing the benefit of protecting people and facilities compared to the project cost. This portion of the overall score is quantitative, but there are opportunities to explain non-quantitative benefits in other portions of the application, especially written narrative prompts within the application form. Critical infrastructure and facilities described here are defined as those structures from which essential services and functions for survival, continuation of public safety actions, and disaster recovery are performed or provided. Facilities not included in this form may be deemed critical, and applicants should include a narrative as to why the identified facilities may meet this definition in Section 9. Structures that should be identified in this worksheet include those that are directly being mitigated as part of the project work, such as a facility that is being retrofitted, as well as structures that may be benefited by the project, such as homes protected from flood retention infrastructure. Applicants must provide the sources of information used to answer the questions about critical facilities in this worksheet. For example, Google Maps, tax assessor data, construction plans, census data, or expert opinions. Expert opinions can be used as a source of information, and applicants must cite experts' names and occupations. Copies of sources of information should not be provided with the worksheet as part of the application packet. However, applicants should be aware this documentation may be requested by DCA at a later date. For this demonstration, we have chosen a city and a county that is not eligible for this program as an example. The demonstration project is a flood retention system proposed for Landing Square in the city of Camden. In Section 1, applicants will enter basic information about the project, including the name of the applicant, the title of the project, and the total cost to complete the project. This includes all costs, including the amount requested from the Resilient Communities program. The types of facilities that will benefit should also be marked in this section. In this case, for the purpose of demonstrating each section of the worksheet, each type of facility is benefiting. However, that may not be the case for your specific project. Section 2 is for documenting information about specific critical facilities, hospitals, fire stations, and police stations. For each critical facility being retrofitted or protected, please select only one type of facility per section and provide the number of people served by the facility. If more than 8 structures are benefiting, please include the additional structure information in Section 9. Additional facilities may also be provided on a separate document included with the worksheet and labeled appropriately. Here, we are showing the benefits of 2 critical facilities being protected, a hospital and a fire station. Section 3 is for other types of critical facilities protected by the project. If the critical facility is not a hospital, fire, or police station, enter the name and service area population of each facility benefited by the project. If more than 5 structures are being benefited, please include the additional structure information in Section 9. Additional facilities may also be provided on a separate document included with the worksheet and labeled appropriately. Here we provide information about a neighborhood school which provides benefits to 1,500 people, a number that includes both students and their estimated number of family members. Section 4 is for documenting public utilities protected by the project. If multiple types of utilities are being benefited, for example, water and electrical, provide all applicable utility information in separate sections. If multiple electrical substations or pump stations, for example, are benefiting from the project, total the number of people served across all of those types of facilities as part of a single section. Here we show the benefits to an electrical substation number 5 and number 10, totaling 18,000 customers. We also show a wastewater treatment plant number 7, serving 10,000 customers. Section 5 documents information about roads and bridges protected by the project. For each road or bridge that is being benefited, enter the annual average daily traffic of the structure. If more than 8 roads or bridges are benefiting, please include the additional structure information in Section 9. Additional information may also be provided on a separate document included within the worksheet and labeled appropriately. Under Section 6, estimates of households protected by the project are entered here. This is a number of housing units. Enter the number of residences being benefited by the project into the table. For apartment complexes, each apartment may be counted as one residence. Section 7 collects information on project components that exceed standard codes and requirements. These should be documented codes which the project will exceed in some way. If so, check yes and provide a detailed explanation of each standard, which should have clear documentation that can be verified independently. Reviewers will use the information provided to verify codes and standards. As mentioned, sources of data and statistics included in the worksheet should be cited. Please use Section 8 to provide the sources of information documented in the previous sections. Copies of these sources of information should not be provided with the worksheet. However, applicants should be aware this documentation may be requested by DCA at a later date. Under Section 9, as mentioned, this section can be used to expand on information or to include any additional information relevant to the proposed mitigation project.